I am barely here. Welcome to my fireside. This space was created for fantasy book readers, specifically reverse harem fantasy book readers. Reverse harem is defined as one woman with three or more love interests. The market has boomed over the last couple of years, just flooded with these books, all kinds of them. And I just want to highlight some of the ones that I enjoy, right? And we're going to start with The Price of Possession. The Price of Possession, Pizza Shop Exorcist, Book 1 by Dakota Brown. I'm going to read the blurb really quick. It's a complete series, and I love complete series. I look for a complete series, truthfully. When my family died at the hands of a demon prince, I hung up my exorcist hat. I'd failed to protect them, and while I was willing to risk myself, the price had risen too high. Now I'm serving up hot, fresh pieces to everyone who wants them. I was the only person left to inherit the family business, and I'm doing my best to keep it up and running in honor of my loved ones. These days, my biggest challenge is telling off a campaign customer and endless paperwork. That is, until he shows up again. Darius was the only guy I couldn't say no to, the one who dragged me into the world of occult in the first place. When he shows up and begs me to assist with an exorcism, I reluctantly agree. He's still using me because I'm the best exorcist around and he only calls when he needs my help. Before I know it, I've got an incubus in the living room, a hellhound marking around my yard, and a demon prince who can't decide if he wants to kill me or, not to work with the supernatural. But we all have a common goal: prevent the crime syndicate from summoning a demon prince and becoming more powerful than we can hope to handle. If I can help my cool, it will be a miracle. If I can hold on to my soul, I'll be an even bigger one. No one ever claimed being an exorcist was easy, but to protect those I'm coming to love, I'll pay whatever price necessary. This book is intended for mature audiences, 18 plus readers only. It contains language and sexual situations. This is a medium burn reverse harem where the girl gets all the guys. Why choose? Harem members added as series progresses. Now, I did enjoy this book, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. Okay, so first, the book has about 253 pages. The subset is definitely male, female, male. Meaning basically the people in the harem do not have relations with each other. The price of the book paperback is about $14.99. But if you got the Kindle prescription, is free. Subscription is free. The time it took to read was about 2 days each, right? I was flying through this book, and it really didn't take any time to read the books because they were good. They really were. I don't know what I was talking about right there. First book read by author. Oh, this was the first time I read this author. Sorry about that, Dakota. Boom. And I thought that it was equal parts steamy and story. And what I mean by that is that some books, that's all they have is just sex scenes all the way through. Every time you just turn around and she's having sex again. You wanting to hear what's going on with the story, but you can't get there because They having sex. And then some of them, they just barely have sex. You wonder if they even have that type of relationship. But that's what I mean by that. What I loved about this book was not scared to play with fate. This book, through all kinds of tropes, legends, things we think we know about the supernatural, are tested. I like that. And what I meant about that, let's say, because I don't want to tell you really the book, but let's say you had a vampire who grew up with no canines. He don't have those teeth to like cut into somebody and say, all the other kids had them. And what would that look like? How would that manifest for that vampire, like psychologically? Like, and what about maybe a witch? Maybe if a witch, if she maybe if they're familiar, don't like them, right? What if you was a witch and your familiar didn't like you, and you couldn't use that familiar that the power with, for the power that it was supposed to give you? How would that manifest, like psychologically? How would that manifest with like your family, and especially because in these types of books, the family always have issues when you don't do or can use your power like you're supposed to. Let's see what else is here. Action jumps off in chapter 1, which was the truth. She jumped right into it. Somebody always violating, always. Um, she meet the first boyfriend in chapter 1, which I appreciate. I appreciate that because they go through sometimes a whole couple of chapters because their family gotta abuse them and then they gotta go through whatever. But no, she goes right through here. They are not children. I appreciate that. Um, the coolest characters were the pets. Absolutely. I can't even talk about the pets because if I do, you gotta know. Um, if I say anything about it, you want to know exactly what them daggone pets was. But they was awesome, and I told you how she messed with the tropes and do things that you don't usually see. She really did. She really did the damn thing with this book. Let's see what my wish. Another parallel group where all the bad things that they are trying to stay away from happens to this parallel group, and we can experience the outcome of whatever they are running from. In these millions of daggone books, you hear them drop little tidbits of what could happen if this happened. Like, say they werewolves to somebody, and werewolves with fated mates, meet each other on this certain time or something. And it's like, what would happen if those fated mates didn't make it? Because they'll make it because it's going along with the book. They're going to make it and do their little thing. Why isn't it like another group? Right? We got this reverse harem group here. Why don't we have another like parallel group? Maybe a sister, maybe a cousin, somebody down the street, somebody around the corner who is in a reverse harem relationship. But the bad thing happens to this second group, so we can experience those bad things that happen to that second group. I would like definitely for that to happen. Trust. Okay, so next we're gonna do some reviews on Amazon that I found. I need some glasses. Yes, I do. I can't even see what that said. What did I say? Dustin 31. I know it say something before that, but I can't see. Okay, say I absolutely love this book. The female character is total badass, and her snarky personality is icing on her amazing cake. There's not a single part of the character that I don't love. The story itself is unique, even if there are some familiar elements throughout. I read a ton of books, just like myself. So for me to use the word unique, you can believe that. I've already read through book 4. I have yet to be disappointed. One thing I read and a couple other reviews is people complaining about the use of the word mate and how it doesn't make any sense given where our heroine lives. However, if they paid attention to the story, we are told fairly early or that her father was British. So some sayings and even the cadence to her speech was mixed of both parents. So readers are told blatantly why our female main character uses that word. So the next person looks like Savannah, and it says fast. It says, love how quickly the story progressed and how they might be lovers showed up quickly so you could get to the fun fighting scenes. Really enjoy them as well. Theme as well. And then we have a Kindle customer. Really good storyline and like the writing style. Would like if the guy's point of view had more to do with themselves, as people are not just about how they felt about price. Okay. I don't know. So one of the negative reviews I saw was, and of course I blacked that out. I wouldn't be able to see it anyway. um, I was really looking forward to the storyline of this book. Yeah, it's mostly all about sex. It's no medium burn. It's fast and more about the sex than the story. No thanks. I don't quite agree with that. But, that's their opinion. So this one was a positive. Oh my gosh, I can't see this font. How do you fix that? This is the first book I read by this author. I actually hated the opening scene with an argument in a pizza shop, but loved the premise of the book and decided to forge through a bit more to see if it got any better. I am so happy that I did. That was literally the only scene in the book that I didn't love. I'm telling you, because this book was good. I don't even know how. Anyway, this book is action-packed and the storyline is unique. I flew through it and can't wait to read the second book in the series. Oh, in addition to the amazing, entertaining storyline, there are some hot, lovable characters. I can agree with most of that. I don't see how the argument is, but we're just gonna keep on moving. Okay, so this is the top positive and the top negative review on Amazon. So Amazon customer for the top positive from the United States, just last year. This book made me smile, and me too. Price is a bit prickly, but her guys allow her to open up a bit. I can't wait to see what happens next. Top critical review. Skip the mites. Don't laugh. Warning intended for mature readers. I liked this book at first, but holy crap, mite? The word mite is used so often that it's annoying. Grind, lover, stranger, doesn't matter. Mater, she refers to them as mite. The males, she surrounds herself with great characters. The female lead would be a bad, didn't I always say it though? If she wasn't so annoying. I think the word might is on every page at least once. As usual, I think you should read this for yourself and form your own opinions, which I do. I love this book. I want to do, I give my space to say changes I would make. Yeah. The one thing I would change is the way each book is tied up like a neat little bow at the end. Yes, that's it. That is it. Like, I do not know what happened to cliffhangers. You in the book, right? You read the book, you reading the stories. But anyway, you read the book, and then you're supposed to get to the end, and it's supposed to be a dun dun dun, right? So you want to go to the next book, but it wasn't. It was just like this the end of the story right now, and we get ready to go chill. We get ready to go do the. No, you supposed to bump, bump, bump. I'm supposed to hang off the cliff. That's what the cliffhanger is for. And I love this book and everything about this book except for that. Okay, Dakota, boo. I want you to hang me off the cliff. Oh my God, no, I don't have no whole bunch of synonyms. I can't think right now. But I want to hang. God dang it. Okay. So that being said, I wanted to add a little bit of history of today. So today in history in 2018, my girl, okay, Beyonce is the first black woman to head Coachella. I didn't even know that. But guess what? Queen Bee acknowledges creating a musical milestone saying, Coachella, thank you for allowing me to be the first black woman to headline. Her 2-hour set, which includes a marching band, a Destiny Child reunion, a duet with husband Jay-Z, and a dance-off with her sister Solange, delights both fans and music critics. That was just, I didn't know that. Oh my God, who is putting this together? Me. And then in 1962, The Invisible Man arrives. Ralph Ellison's landmark novel, Invisible Man, published. Equal parts poetic and scathing. Invisible Man explores an unarmed black man's search for identity in a society largely hostile to the presence of African Americans or unaware of the black experience. The only novel Ellison will publish in this lifetime, Invisible Man, will win the National Book Award. Oh my God, I need some glasses. I can't even see what I put on there. Oh my God. Y'all know I can't see that. Yeah. Y'all know I cannot see. Okay, let's try. Okay, so in 1947, on this day in history, court strikes down segregated Mexican schools. Mendez versus Westminster, a federal court case challenging Southern California's forced segregation of Mexican American children into separate Spanish-speaking schools, is ruled unconstitutional and unlawful. This ruling sets an important legal precedent for later cases, including Brown versus Board of Education. Now ooh, you know about that one. Yes, we do. Oh. Good thing we all know about the daggone Titanic because I cannot see that. Who put this together on this day in 1912? What I remember from the Titanic? I remember who was that lady, that famous lady that was on the Titanic? Lord, let's see if we can read this thing. RMS Titanic hits an iceberg. Steaming through the icy waters of the North Atlantic, the state-of-the-art luxury British ocean liner RMS Titanic strikes an iceberg just before midnight. The damage proves catastrophic, and the vessel will sink in the early hours of April 15th, killing over 1,500 people. The unsinkable Molly Brown. That's who it was. Molly Brown was a famous, and was she an actress? She was a famous somebody. And after that they started calling her the unsinkable. But yeah, the Titanic, that was real. It was